what is going on? This is Travis P11. I'd like to welcome you back to the channel, and this is a very different video from what we usually make. You know, I'm a gun channel, guns and ammo, gear tests, and so on. But I decided to make some major life changes back in May of 2023, and I wanted to share that with you because I think it's something that a lot of us out there in the gun community could probably benefit from. So back in May of 2023, I decided to go ahead and buy a scale, a weight scale. I hadn't bought one in forever. Got on the scale and I was shocked to see that I was pushing 270 pounds. I was noticing it, I was feeling it, getting winded, going upstairs and stuff like that. I'm 46 years old and I had not been taking care of myself very much. In fact, my priorities for about the last 18 months after my divorce had been basically the Xbox controller, my job, and going to the range, and that's it. And while that sounds like a dream for most people, if you don't take care of yourself, it definitely starts to catch up with you. So I'm gonna try not to waste too much of your time. I just wanna show you guys what I did. So basically back in May of 2023, like I said, I weighed 270 pounds or just a shade below 270 pounds, and I've been documenting my weight loss on my phone as this has been going on. I decided to implement some good dietary changes, and it wasn't expensive. I didn't buy in on any proteins or kits or anything like that. Nothing fancy, just good old-fashioned vegetables and basically chicken or beef. So what I put together every day for lunch are these little vegetable packs, and I'll go through the different ingredients that I use for these and where I get them. Now I try to buy just locally sourced vegetables at local farmers markets as much as I can, but a lot of what I use in bulk is kind of specialty items, and I usually pick that up like at Trader Joe's or Aldi, and it's not expensive. So I spend around 25 bucks per week for, probably 8 meals, which is really not that bad. And then also for protein, because I want to make sure that I'm keeping up on that so I don't lose any muscle mass. You can either grill up some chicken on your own or some beef, or you can buy this pre-cooked, all set to go. So I'm gonna kind of take you through those ingredients and stuff like that. A couple things I do want to say. It's not easy when you first start doing this. Our bodies, especially if you don't take care of yourself, if you just work and just eat trash food all the time or fast food, our taste buds and bodies have been hardwired for lots of sugar, lots of grease, high fructose, whatever, lots of fat. And so getting away from that like the first month or two is really, really hard. But once you do, and once you get on a good, healthy diet, it's okay to go out once in a while and go get a burger, or go through the drive-thru McDonald's, or go out with your friends and get pizza. It's not the end of the world, and you're really not gonna gain any weight back as long as you don't make that a regular habit. The other thing that's really important when I talk about what I do is water, okay? Most of us don't drink enough water. A lot of us probably have a steady diet of Diet Coke or Mountain Dew. If you do that, that's your choice, that's fine, but water is definitely something you need to make sure that you're drinking enough of. All right, so let me show you the little meal pack, and then after that I'll talk about what my workout routine is and what the results have been. And if you look at my videos from back in May of 2023 and earlier, I think you definitely notice a difference. Now granted, the beard and the camera maybe makes me look a little bit different than what you see in other videos and so on when I was shaved. But anyway, I think you're gonna notice a bit of a difference. So let's go ahead and show you what I make for my lunches and dinners, and we'll go from there. All right, so real quick, here's the thing, guys. If you have any kind of a health condition at all, obviously you need to talk to your doctor, because when you start dropping weight, if you're on any kind of meds or you have any kind of conditions, that could change how you respond to your medication and so on. I'm not on any medication. I don't have any health conditions at all. No high blood pressure, no high cholesterol. Now I'm looking forward to my next physical because I really am kind of curious to see how this has affected like my blood pressure and cholesterol versus where I was last year, because I have all that stuff on file. But anyway, so let's talk about the meals. So I basically do 1/2 cup to 1 cup portions of everything you see right here. I just layer it in these bags. And then these go into a Pampered Chef steamer pot that has about a cup of water in it, and I nuke it for 6 minutes and it's ready to go. Now you can steam vegetables however you want to. For me, this is the easiest way to do it up at work. And so I just go by layers, and it really, really is good. All right, so one of the most delicious things I discovered at Trader Joe's is the spicy Mexican style rice cauliflower. Now, in general, this is fairly low in sodium overall, but you really got to watch out. Now, the nice thing about this is this basically has chilies in it and some Mexican seasoning, and it doesn't add anything. It doesn't add cheese. It doesn't really add any sodium, not a whole lot. So 1 cup gives you 14% of a day's worth of sodium, and this is probably the highest salt content thing that I eat out of everything you see right here. But this stuff is really, really good, and it's good for you. As for, just real quick, for fiber, right, if you have to have fiber, I do use a keto bread. 1 slice of this has 30% of what you need for 1 day. So I usually have a slice of this for lunch and a slice of this for dinner, and I've had like no regulation issues whatsoever, okay? Chopped spinach, also very important. It doesn't matter where you get it or where you go, but I do put at least a cup of this or 1/2 cup of this in the bag. It kind of varies depending on what I'm in the mood for when I make this. Broccoli florets, also very good for you. Now, sometimes I also use a Normandy blend, which has, I think it's got carrots in it and broccoli and maybe some squash, etc., and some cauliflower. And that's kind of a nice mix too, but we got some broccoli florets. And all this stuff costs like $2 to $3 a bag. It's actually really cheap. Now go easy on this because it's high in the starch, but the roasted corn is really good. It adds a little bit of sweetness to the bundle when you put it together. And again, I think this is maybe $1.99. Super sweet corn, you know, sodium-wise, super low on sodium. A little tiny bit of fat that's in it also for whatever reason, but the ingredients are just corn, okay? Then Brussels sprouts, I've finally gotten used to these guys. I used to not be able to stand them, but these Trader Joe ones, they're not very bitter on the back end, so I really do like them. These are excellent, and I pay a couple bucks for these. I usually do like, maybe just a quarter cup of these, like maybe 5 or 6 of them in there, because I try to focus on other veggies. And then when I'm not getting fresh sliced peppers from my local farmer's market, they do sell these pre-sliced peppers at Trader Joe's. I don't open it because it's kind of messy. But you basically get red and orange or yellow and green peppers pre-sliced, ready to go. No extra ingredients. And these are like $2 or $3. So for the price of one pepper, you can get a whole bag of this and you can just add whatever you want to. I usually top this off when I put the little kit together. And the last one, and I know it sounds kind of inappropriate, the Organic Foursome Vegetable Medley. This is also from Trader Joe's. I go light on this because, again, high on starch and so on, but it's got green beans, peas, carrots in it, and it's really good. Now, you can substitute out anything you want to. You can do carrots if you want to, or you can put some of your favorite vegetables in there, asparagus if you can get that too. And like I said, I just do little half-cup portions, and then I make 5 of these a week for lunch, and then I also do these for dinner. It does get old after a while, okay? I'm not gonna lie to you, so I try to mix it up a little bit and I try to season it a little bit. Now, if you don't mind the sodium increase, if you can handle the salt, any of these are wonderful additions to it. So I'll use the Japanese barbecue sauce. I will leave out the Santa Fe rice cauliflower and put more broccoli in there, maybe put like some water chestnuts in there and so on. And I add just a little bit of this Bakken's Japanese barbecue sauce to it. And it gives it a nice kind of teriyaki flavor. It is high in sugar, so be careful. I limit myself to just 1 tablespoon of it. Cholula is great. I just throw a couple shakes of that on top of it after it's all ready to go. Adds a little bit of flavor. You can also add salsa if you want to, or if you make your own salsa. Sriracha, hot sauce, again, a good one, but very high in sodium. And probably tied with sriracha, the Trader Joe's Green Dragon sauce. This stuff is unreal. It is so good. Pizza, lasagna, it just adds some sweet heat to whatever you put it on. All right, now let's talk about protein real quick and how this works. I tend to do a lot of cooked chicken breast. So the nice thing about it is it's relatively inexpensive. I cook a lot of it up on the grill and then I just slice it, package it, and freeze it. And then I put it into 3 to 4 ounce portions. Now, 4 ounces of chicken breast, it's gonna give you roughly 30 to 35% of a day's worth of cholesterol. A lot of people may not realize that. Yeah, it's lean, but there are some side effects of the chicken. So I try to do this just once, sometimes twice a day. It does give you a lot of cholesterol, but then also balance out what I do for breakfast. All right, so we do this and then we're all set to go. Now again, you can do beef or pork or tofu or whatever your diet dictates, and it is really good for you. And you can also get this at Costco. You can also get pre-cooked 2-pound packages ready to go for $12, which is expensive, but it's convenient because it's all set to go. And I can't do the math, but I think that gives me roughly 8 servings, which is not bad. So that's good for 8 meals for $12. So for about the price of going to Arby's, twice, I've got enough food to last me 5 lunches and also a couple dinners. All right, now let's talk about breakfast real quick and we'll go from there. All right, so if you can make it to Costco, this is one of my favorite protein bars. I'll usually have this with a cup of coffee and a glass of water. This will keep me full for a couple hours. You get 10 grams of protein in it. You do have high fiber in this too, which is really good. In fact, you get 21% of a day's worth of fiber right here. So it's important you're getting enough fiber so that obviously you stay regular. The older you get, that's a big deal. And then I like to do Oikos 000 yogurt. Now these, you get 42 of these over at Costco for like $14, which is a really good deal. And then the yogurt itself, I think these are probably 16 for like $13. It's cheaper to buy it in bulk. So I just get one like every 2 weeks and I'm all set to go. So that's all right, so let's talk about the workout routine because it really is not that difficult. So I live in an apartment complex, so they have a fitness center. And if you don't have a fitness center, you got a million options, things you can do. I just started off by going out on short walks initially. just doing like maybe a 10-minute walk and back, and then I added 5 minutes to it the next week and 5 minutes to it the next week. And now I can easily do about 3 miles with not much trouble at all. If I go hiking, it's a little bit more of a physical challenge for me than just walking on concrete, right? Because of the terrain and so on. So that is an option for you. If you got bad knees or whatever, you can go for a bike ride. That's always an option too. Get yourself a bicycle, or just start off by just doing a lap around, you know, the neighborhood. Just go lap around the block before you start work if you work from home. And really, it was, you know, kind of the whole COVID era thing, which is really what caused me to put a lot of weight on, because I couldn't get out because I was always in front of a screen all the time. Now, just looking at the weight loss. So I was 266 May 25th. I was actually like 267 before I started recording my weight. And I was dropping, initially I dropped, in the first month, I dropped about 15 pounds. So I was around 249 July 3rd. August 14th, I was 237. And then August 22nd and the 29th, I was 232. Now I noticed a difference. I weigh myself before I drink a lot of water in the morning. I weigh myself before I drink my coffee. You know, weigh myself after I use the restroom. All those things can add a couple pounds to your weight and might frustrate you because you're thinking, oh, I'm not losing any weight, but there's going to be water that you're going to retain anyway. So it really doesn't matter. But in the end, I've been feeling absolutely fantastic. I mean, I've got a lot more energy now. I've noticed that work doesn't drain me like I used to. I don't feel like I have to just come home and lay down as soon as I get home from work. I can go up the stairs. I don't get winded. I can keep up with my corgi when we go for walks. And so I think it's just made a massive change. So again, like I said, not my usual content, but I want you guys to consider doing something for yourself, because a lot of us, like I said, we just don't take care of ourselves. We're busy working, trying to care for our families, and we don't take care of ourselves. So anyway, guys, I think that's about it. I think I've covered about everything I can think of. Obviously, consult your doctor. It seems like a lot of work to do what I do, but it's not. Once you get into the routine of it, it's very simple to throw stuff together. You know, and like I said, it's quick and easy to make the food in the microwave, or you can steam it if you want to. And I know you guys are gonna have your own options and maybe some objections to what I do and this and that, but do chime in down below and give me some suggestions for what you guys do to stay healthy. I'm kind of curious what works best for you. So anyway, guys, I think that's it. This is Travis P11. Thanks for watching. I'm pretty busy with work right now, but I'm gonna keep trying to get out to the range as much as I can. I just posted a range test video here a couple hours ago on the channel. If you guys are watching this right now, again, it's probably midweek at this point. But anyway, guys, please like and subscribe, and I want you guys to have fun. I want you to be safe. Take care of yourself. And as you know, we will talk to you soon. All right, take care and have a great day. Bye-bye.